Dear students, we can discuss about algae.
Algae are simple, thalloid, chlorophyll bearing, autotrophic organisms, mainly aquatic, both freshwater and marine. They occur in variety of habitats like moist stones, soils and on wood. Algae can also be seen in association with fungi, they are called as lichens, and in sometime on animals. Example on sloth bear. The form and size are largely variable. The size ranges from microscopic unicellular forms like in Chlamydomonas to colonial forms like volvox and to the filament forms like Eulothrix and Spirogyra. A few of the marine forms such as kelps form massive plant bodies. When we examine the reproduction algae, they reproduce vegetative, asexual and sexual method. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation and each fragment will develop into a thallus. Asexual reproduction is by the formation of different type of spores. The most common being the zoospores. Zoospores are flagellated motile and on germination gives rise to new plants. Sexual reproduction takes place through fusion of two gametes. These gametes can be flagellated and similar in size as in Chlamydomonas and non-flagellated called or non-motile. The flagellated gametes are motile, non-flagellated are non-motile as in Spirogyra. Such reproduction is called isogamous. Fusion of two dissimilar gametes as in some species of Chlamydomonas is termed as anisogamous. Fusion between one large non-motile, that is static, female gamete and a smaller motile male gamete is termed as oogamous. Example, volvox and fucus. Next we can see the classification of algae. Algae come under three categories: chlorophyceae or green algae, phaeophyceae or brown algae and rhodophyceae or red algae. Have a look on the different types of algae, their characteristic features with examples from the following slides.
Chlorophyceae are otherwise called green algae. The plant body may be unicellular, colonial, or filamentous. They are usually grass green due to the dominance of pigments chlorophyll A and B. The pigments are localized in definite chloroplast. Chloroplast may be discoid, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral or ribbon-shaped in different species. Most of the members have one or more storage bodies called pyrenoids located in the chloroplast. Pyrenoids contain protein besides starch. Some algae may store food in the form of oil droplets. Green algae usually have a rigid cell wall made of an inner layer of cellulose and an outer layer of pectose. Vegetative reproduction usually takes place by fragmentation or by formation of different types of spores. Asexual reproduction is by flagellated zoospores produced in sporangia. The sexual reproduction shows considerable variation in the type and formation of sex cells, and it may be isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. Here is some commonly found green algae like Chlamydomonas, volvox, Spirogyra, Eulothrix and Cara. Next is the brown algae or phaeophyceae are found primarily in marine habitats. They show great variation in size and form, range from simple branched filamentous forms, example ectocarpus, to profusely branched form as represented by kelps which may reach a height of 100 meters. They possess chlorophyll A, C, carotenoids and xanthophylls. They vary in color from olive green to various shades of brown depending upon the amount of the xanthophyll pigment fucoxanthin present in them. Food is stored as complex carbohydrate which may be in the form of laminarian or mannitol. The vegetative cells have a cellulosic wall usually covered on the outside by a gelatinous coating of algin. The protoplasm contain in addition to plastids, a centrally located vacuole and nucleus. The plant body is usually attached to the substratum by a holdfast and has a stalk, the stipe, and leaf-like photosynthetic organ called the frond. Vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation. Asexual reproduction in most brown algae is by biflagellate zoospores that are pear-shaped and have two unequal laterally attached flagella. Sexual reproduction may be isogamous, anisogamous, or oogamous. Union of gametes may take place in water or within the oogonium, that is oogamous species. The gametes are pyriform or pear-shaped and bear two laterally attached flagella. The common forms are Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Laminaria, Sargassum, and Fucus. Here, these are some of the Phaeophyceae, Laminaria, Fucus, and Dictyota. Next is Rhodophyceae or red algae. The red pigment or phycoerythrin is present in their body. Majority of the red algae are marine with greater concentrations found in the warmer area. Occur in both well lighted regions close to the surface of water and also at great depth in ocean where relatively little light penetrates. The red thalli of most of the red algae are multicellular. Some of them have complex body organization. The food is stored as Floridian starch, which is very similar to the amylopectin and glycogen in structure. The red algae usually reproduce vegetatively by fragmentation. They reproduce asexually by non-motile spores and sexually by non-motile gametes. Sexual reproduction is oogamous and accompanied by complex post-fertilization developments. Common members are Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Gracilaria, and Gelidium. Here you can see the Porphyra and Polysiphonia.
Finally, we can see the economic importance of algae. You know, algae are economically very important. First, at least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on earth is carried out by algae through photosynthesis. Because you know, algae are chlorophyll bearing organism. Being photosynthetic, they increase the level of dissolved oxygen in their immediate environment, that is in water. They are of paramount importance as primary producers of energy-rich compound which form the basis of food cycles of all aquatic animals. Many species of Porphyra, Laminaria and Sargassum are among the 70 species of marine algae used as food. Certain marine brown and red algae produce large amount of hydrocolloids, that is water holding substances. Example, algin, brown algae, and carrageenan, red algae, which are used commercially. Agar, one of the commercial products obtained from Gelidium and Gracilaria are used to grow microbes and in preparation of ice creams and jellies. Chlorella, a unicellular alga rich in protein, is used as food supplement even by space travelers. Dear students, I hope you could understand what are algae and how they are classified, characteristic features and economic importance. Thank you for watching. Please share among your friends and subscribe my channel.